Hi friends, Namaste. I am Ananta Sharma. Today I present to you the chart of American President Roosevelt. The President of America is different from the President of India. Here in India, the President of India is only a constitutional head, who's a titular head. The real executive powers are with the Prime Minister. There are two, President and Prime Minister. There are two different people here. Whereas in America or USA, President and Prime Minister are the same. He is the head of the state as well as the head of the government. The native of this chart is Roosevelt. He is the only person who was elected President of USA 4 times consecutively. In his chart, the Janma Lagna is Kanya. Mars aspects Lagna from Midhuna in D1 chart and also the Lagnas in D9 and D3 charts. So Mars is Yogada. Mars combines with the Moon in D1 chart and aspects the Lagnas in D9 and D3 charts. So here, Pada Lagna is again Mars is the Rajo Karaka. Here, Mars is Yogada, number one. He aspects Lagnas in D1, D9, and D3 charts. Number two, Raja Yoga 1. Chandra Lagna, Chandra Lagna, Navamsa Lagna, Virakan Lagna. Planet aspecting these three. There is another Raja Yoga. The third Raja Yoga is planet aspecting Janama Lagna, Hora Lagna, and Gatika Lagna. So here, Hora Lagna is Meena on 3 degrees 16 minutes. Gatika Lagna is in Vrishchika on 10 degrees 37 minutes. So Mars and Moon in Midhuna aspect is Janma Lagna Kanya and Hora Lagna in Meena. This is the Raj Yoga. Janma Lagna, Hora Lagna, Gatika Lagna, these three. All these three Lagnas are aspected. This is good. Number one, Raj Yoga, Vishesha Prabhu Yoga. Janma Lagna and Hora Lagna only, or Janma Lagna and Gatika Lagna only. Or these three Lagnas in D9 chart or D10 chart. So they are Raja Yogas of second rank. So this second rank, this was given by Swaminathan Kalpatha. So Moon and Mars are Raja Yoga Karakas. Mars is Dara Karaka and also the Lord of Tarakansha Lagna in Vrishchika. So Moon is the Bhratrakaraka BK and the Lord of Upapada A5, Lord of Upapada A5 and Lord of Bhratrakaraka and also the Lord of the 10th from A10. Here Rajyapada is in Sola. 10th from Rajyapada is Karkataka. Lord of Karkataka is Moon. See the D9 chart. Venus in Vrishaba aspects Lagna in Makara. Hora Lagna in, so this is in D9 chart. See the D9 chart in Vrishaba. Venus aspects Lagna in Makara, Hora Lagna in Karkataka, and Gatika Lagna in Thor. So Venus aspects all these three Lagnas. This is a Raja Yoga of a second rank. Venus is all important Putrakaraka and Lord of 8 and Thola. So the importance of Venus in this chart is Lord of 8 and Lord of Putrakaraka, PK. So see the D3 chart now. The Lagna falls in Kanya. Both Hora Lagna and Gatika Lagna are in Meena. So these three Lagnas are aspected by Mars and Jupiter. So these three Lagnas are aspected by the same planet in the D9 chart. This is a Vishesha Prabhu Yoga. In D1 chart, it is a Vishesha Prabhu Yoga. So the Raja Yoga of the superior order. If these three lagnas are aspected by the same planet in D9 chart or D3 chart, this is a Raja Yoga of the next adder, next rank. Then Jupiter is Atmakaraka. Mars is already Yogada and also the Rajyokaraka. Three Rajyoga. Mars is the Rajyokaraka of three Rajyogas. So as Mars combines with a D1 chart, Lagnas in D1 and aspects the Lagnas in D9 chart, etc., etc. So, as Moon as well as Janma Lagna and Hora Lagna in D1 chart as Rajyokaraka. So, Venus is another Rajyokaraka as he aspects three Lagnas in D3 chart. So, now Argalas, let us study Argala. See the Argalas. Sun, the Atmakaraka, and Venus, Putrakaraka, are and the Lord of Aten are together in Makara. Sun and Venus are together in Makara. They have Mercury in the second house and Jupiter and Saturn in the fourth house. This is Tripada Argala. I told you the three Argala houses, second, fourth, and 11th houses. The only fourth house is occupied, it is called Ardha Argala. If two houses are occupied, it is Tripada Argala, that is 75% Argala. If all the three are occupied, it is complete Argala or Nirabhasa Argala. The Yogada, Mars and the Moon are in the Mithuna and they have two planets, Jupiter and Saturn in the 11th house. This is Ardhargala. Now, let us verify the combinations to make the native the president of the USA. We know the Rajyapada, the combination is the same. Combination of A10 and A5. That's all. With Sun and Venus. Do you know the Rajyoga, Rajyapada A10, the Lord of A10 and Amachakaraka are connected to the Putrapada A5, the fifth from A5, their laws, Putrakaraka, and the native holds political power. You please be careful. I am not mentioning Lord of Arudalaba or Arudalaba here. Here, please note that Arudalaba and Lord of Arudalaba are missing. Here, I intentionally avoided them because the income is not mentioned in the case of political positions. Then, see, now Jaimini states that Tarakam Lagna is occupied by or aspected by Sun and Venus. The native is in government service. Tatra Ravi Sukra Drishte Raja Preshya. Here, even Jaimini and the writers of some classics, they did not make a difference between a king and a minister, or a minister, or a Sanaripati, or a minister, or a um, clerk in the king's court. So, minister and an officer, they did not make any difference. Here, Tatra Ravi Shukra Drishte Raja Preshya. Raja Preshya means servant of the king. Sometimes the kings, Raja, but the doesn't make any difference. If Tarakan Lagna is occupied by Venus, the native is has political power. Rajakiya, Amina, Kretendriyascha Shukre. If Venus is there, he is in politics. If Karakan Lagna is occupied by Sun, the native is in government service. Tatra Ravo Rajakarya Paraha. Here Rajakarya Paraha, here it is Raja Preshya. The other text, BPHS, Jataka Tattvam, written by Mahadeva, gave some more yogas. All the, if the Atmakaraka combines with the Sun, the native is in government service. If the Sun is in exaltation, the native is a minister. If he is debilitated, he is a clerk. See this is the key. Sun makes the native a man in government. Okay. If the sun is in exaltation, he is a minister. Sun is debilitated, he is an attendant. What is this? That means the same combination makes one a minister or a servant, a king or a servant. Says they don't have two different combinations for political man and administrative man. That is I want to make impress upon you. So if sun is in exaltation, the native is a minister. And if he is in debilitation, the native is a clerk. So if Ketu occupies Karkamsha Lagna, aspected by Sun and Venus, the native is in government service. I think this is given by Mahadeva in Jataka Tattva. So I would advise you to go through Jataka Tattva, a very, very great book. And we can find out some Parasara combinations as well as Jaimini combinations in that book. A very, very great book. So if Ketu occupies Karkamsha Lagna aspected by Sun and Venus, the native is in government service. If the Karkamsha Lagna or the second from Karkamsha Lagna is occupied by Moon or Venus, the native serves in government. So if the 10th house from Karkamsha Lagna is connected to Mercury, the native is in 10th house from Karkamsha Lagna is connected to Mercury, the native is in government service. Only one planet, one house. So there is an ambiguity in all these sutras. If you are given a chart and if any one or two of the above combinations are present in the chart, what would you predict? I have been telling the same point all along. Is the native a minister or MLA, or is he a collector or RDO or a secretary? So these are some, there are some natives who were once in government service officials and later on they became ministers. For example, our former Prime Minister Morarji Desai was an ICS officer. He was district collector for some time, then resigned and entered politics and became Chief Minister of Bombay and Prime Minister of India. Again, we know uh, so, Kejriwal was once an officer and now he is Chief Minister of Delhi. There are so many people like that. So, for example, Morarji Desai was ICS officer and later on became a Prime Minister. So, there are several other examples also. Now, look into the D10 chart. The Atmakaraka Jupiter is in Dhanus. Karkamsha Lagna is Vrishchika. The Lord of Karkamsha Lagna is Mars. Dara-karaka. Mars is Dara-karaka. Dara-pada, Dara-karaka. They are important in one sense because for 7th house, Karakatwas, I think Parasara said Pada Prapti, some achievement of a position. Why? Because 10th house is for position, 10th from 10th is 7th. So 7th house is important for holding a position in government. Then government or in private, holding a position. The Rajyapada A10 is in Tola, and Tola is occupied by Moon, the Lord of Uttrapada. So 5th house and 10th house combination, already connection is there. So Karkataka. And also by Saturn from Simha, the Lord of Rajyapada, that is A10, Rajyapada A10, is the Lord of Rajyapada Tola, is Venus. He is Putrakaraka. He is Putrakaraka. He is in Makara and he is aspected by Ketu from Vrasabha. And also by Saturn from Simha. Here Saturn is seen very prominently by, let us see. That is Saturn is aspecting Rajyapada A10 Tola and also the Lord of A10, that is Venus, PK, and also Moon, the Lord of A5. Lord of A5, Lord of A10, A10, they are all aspected by Saturn. What is the importance here? You see, perhaps the distinguishing factor between elected minister and an IAS officer or administrator, MRO or RDO. What is the difference? The difference is he is elected by people, whereas he passed the examination and got the appointment. So by people, I try to make the point clear. You test it. So I remember to have read in a book written by Sri B.V. Raman that Saturn signifies masses who elect representatives, elect their ministers. So Saturn is invariably connected to Rajyapada or its lord. It may be. Please verify this point. So the Putrapada A5 is Karkataka and A5. This may be applied even to the post of Rashtrapati because Rashtrapati is also elected in a sense. He is elected by MLAs and MPs. MLAs and MPs are also elected by the people. So they are president is indirectly elected. So the Putrapada A5 is Karkataka and A5 is occupied by Mars, the DK. Mars is the lord of Vrishchika, which is the fifth house from A5 Karkataka, and also the Karakansha Lagna. We must remember that seventh house is the 10th house from 10th house, 10th from 10th house. That is why one of the Karakatvas of seventh house is Pada Prapti, given by one of our classical texts. If I remember well, it is Parashara Hora. The Padavi Labha or Pada Prapti. The seventh house signifies public. Seventh house signifies public, partners, etc., etc. Hence, Darapada A7, Lord of Darapada, and Lord of the Dara DK are involved in the combinations. These four are also involved in these combinations for the achievement of political position. So please try. Here, A5 Vrasabha is in mutual aspect with A10 Tola and also with A5 Makara. So A7. A7 is connected to A5 and A10. So please see the combinations. Lord of A7 Venus aspects Vrishchika, which is the seventh from A7 and the fifth from A5. DK Mars occupies A5, which is the 10th from A10. The Lord of A5 moon is in Tola, A10. Lord of A5 is in Tola, which is A10. And moon is aspecting A7 Vrishaba. This is how in the combination of A5 and A10 combination, A7 also has entered, is also involved. So we can notice that A5, Karkataka, fifth from A5, the Lord, Moon and Mars, PK Venus, A10 Tola, 10 from A10 Karkataka, they lost Venus and Moon, and also A7, 7th from A7, they lost, and Karaka DK are involved to give a combination for elected members, MLAs or ministers. Now let us verify this combination given in Jaimini Sutras. Again, we to go to kings and ministers, yogas. Atmakaraka, Jupiter is in mutual aspect with royal planet Sun and Sun in Mena. Sun is Amachakaraka. So this is a combination is at once Atmakaraka and Amachakaraka. This is a great Raja Yoga, AK-AMK combination. Then the Karkamsa Lagna is Vrishchika, and it is aspected by Venus, the Putrakaraka and Lord of A7 and A10. The Karkamsa Lagna is also aspected by Moon, the Yogada, and also the Raja Yoga Karaka of three Raja Yogas. So it is a Raja Yoga Karaka of three Raja Yogas. Who? Mars. Mars is a DK and also a Lord of fifth from A5. Even in these Jaimini combinations, A5, A10 and Lord of A10 Venus and fifth from A5 Mars are involved. So in Gemini combinations, he said from Karaka